Hi, I'm Mallela Sabas.
Hi, I'm Miguel Sabas.
And this is our WPS story. I am an ESOL teacher. I teach AVID Excel, and I've been doing that for the last 11 years. Growing up, I didn't see a lot of people like me, and I feel like representation is very important. So that's one of the many reasons I wanted to pursue education. And specifically with AVID, I do AVID Excel, so that focuses on the English language learner, the academic language, and pushing them because I see myself in the students.
This is the start of my 4th year with the district as a high school counselor. I'm at North High, and growing up, I don't recall having a teacher that looked like me or that I could relate to at that level. So I wanted them to have somebody that they could go to and feel comfortable having those conversations.
And one cool thing is about Jardine's magnet, and we'll have kids that go to North, and it's like, Miss Sabas, Mr. Sabas, like, are you guys related? And then he'll be like, that's my wife. So it's kind of neat to say, you know, oh, now you're with Mr. Sabas, like I can keep an eye on you.
Go ahead, take it away, Mr. Sabas.
As I was entering elementary, my only 2 words I knew was ice cream and teacher. And I hated going to school because I struggled with the language. My 4th grade teacher, it was until my 4th grade teacher where he was just like, you know, you can dream, you can do whatever you want to be, you just have to believe.
I came to the U.S. The start of 4th grade year. You know, I was lucky enough to have parents that value education, and that made it easy for me to focus on learning the language and challenging myself to take classes that most of my friends weren't taking. And that's something that I try to instill in the kids that I talk to nowadays, to not be afraid and take those leaps or take those challenges.
In less than what? 2 weeks, you'll be considered freshman, okay? Let that sink in.
I had to accomplish my dream of not only finishing high school and being first-generation high school student, but then going on to college. I graduated in 2009, 2010 from Wichita State University. You know, I had a lot of roadblocks through my college career, but in the back of my head, I was like, I can do this. I was being my own cheerleader again, and just remembering, you know, if there's a will, there's a way. I love what I do. I'm very passionate about it, and kids know that. And I tell them, I was like, I'm your school mom, especially with my AVID kids. I'm like, I'm your school mom, and I'm gonna push you, and it's gonna be rigorous, but hopefully one day you'll thank me.
Did you get that email, like Rafa? My undergrad is in international business or business administration. You know, I had a frank conversation with Mallela and told her, hey, I'm not happy, and she's like, yeah, I've noticed you're not happy. You need to figure something out before it's, you know, you get older. I remember when I left my job, they were like, well, why are you leaving? And I told them, I was like, well, I'm gonna go work at this high school, and I'm gonna help kids get into college. I didn't say, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna help them get into college.
Having the ability to reach out to our Hispanic families, I think it's very powerful. Just not having that language barrier and knowing what challenges they might have because of the language barrier or because they're not informed about all the endless opportunities their children can have. I think that's a great blessing. Like we'll go home and ponder about, you know, how can we make more kids go to school, to higher education, not just, you know, finish high school, but continue and want that advancement.
I decided to apply at, you know, Wichita Public Schools because I think right now is where I can do the most good. Specifically to North, I'm blessed to have, you know, a large population be Hispanic, and that allows me to have those conversations with the parents and make them feel more welcome.
It just makes me feel, you know, proud that, you know, a student can look at me and say, you know, I can be Ms. Sabas someday, or I can be a teacher someday, or, you know, I can be a counselor. Just having that ability to say, you know, yeah, I look like you, we look like each other, and you can be whatever you want.